Hello, I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be looking at Actividad 5, Activity 5 right there on page 350. And so right here, it says, en tu comunidad, in your community, para cada tienda de la lista, piensa en una que está en tu comunidad. Escribe una frase para describir dos o más cosas que venden allí. Okay, so what does all of this say? It says, for each store on the list right here, think about one that is in your community. Write down a phrase or sentence to describe two or more things that they sell there. Okay, so right here, one of the first things I want you to look at is the word that we're going to be conjugating. And if you look at the sentence here, the word that's in your vocabs for this chapter is vender. So in your vocabs, it's written down like this. And we know that it's an infinitive because it ends in ER. So this is a verb. Whenever you see infinitives that end in ER, AR, IR, you have to conjugate them in some sentences so that they make sense. And there's actually, if you go to the very back of your book, if you go to page 478, there's a great chart here on 478. And you have your three infinitives that end in IR, ER, and AR. And then they actually tell you how to conjugate them in the present tense and the past preterite, the past tense. So for the sentence we're going to be working on today, you're going to be doing it in the present tense. So if we look at the word that we're going to be conjugating, it's vender. It ends in ER. So which one of these three will we be using? Yes, this one, the one that ends in ER. And this is just an example of how you take off the ER and what do you add to the end. So the one that we're going to be using, we're going to be talking about them, they. And so they sell, right? This means to sell, so they sell. So which one of these will we be using? Will it be I sell, you sell, he, she, you formal sells, we sell, or they sell? Yep, we're going to be using this ending, the EN. So we drop the ER because they sell. So this word means they sell. Okay, so now if we go back to page 350, I believe I said, yes, 350. Let's look at what they want you to do here. So this is our example. They give you a store. For example, we have una librería, una tienda de descuentos, una tienda de electrodomésticos, una joyería, un almacén, and una zapatería. Right here they have una tienda de ropa, and the sentence they want you to form is this. En la tienda de ropa moda venden camisas, pantalones, y corbatas. So at the clothing store, Moda, this is the name of the clothing store, they sell shirts, pants, and ties. So what they want you to write down is, what do they sell at a library, at a discount store, and so on and so forth. So if you look here, right here we have indefinite and definite articles. So right here it's indefinite, una, a clothing store. But in the sentence, you see that they didn't put una, they changed it to the, right? So in your sentences, you can write el or la. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Una librería. What would they sell at a librería, at a bookstore? Well, you can write en la tienda because librería is feminine, and it already gives you right here the answer if it's feminine or masculine. So, en la tienda de en la librería, I'm sorry, you don't use de on this one. En la librería, comma, because we don't have the name, en la librería, comma, venden, and then what would they sell at a bookstore? Libros, books, magazines, revistas. So your sentence can look like this. En la librería venden libros y revistas. On number 2, una tienda de descuentos. So your sentence could look like this. En la tienda de descuentos venden ropa, joyas, discos compactos, and these are just examples. You can write 2 or 3 of all of these. Let's look at the next one. En la tienda de electrodomésticos venden aspiradoras, equipos de sonido, lectores DVD, televisores. And then let's look at one more. En la tienda de joyería venden cadenas, collares, relojes, pulseras, anillos, aretes. So why don't you work on these 2? Okay. And then we don't have to do this part since we don't have a partner with us. Okay.